Good day, everybody. Welcome to Handle Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home, and we're almost finally done. We're on part 6 of 6 of our straight razor tutorial, module 106. Today's going to be a little bit different. We're going to use the same system. However, for the demo shave, we are going to upgrade to a larger blade and a different style grind. We are going to go with the Leonardo da Vinci. This was actually made for Corat, or made by Corat for Seppo Ufficio Veracino. It's a 6/8 full bellied hollow with a square point. So very sharp, very fun to shave with. Okay, let's go ahead and review what we did in 104. We talked about the cross shaving and how I feel it's better. However, you can make your own decision on that. It just eliminates any blind spots, and after my beard mapping, it works best for me. So take that for what it's worth when you're deciding on how to do your own shave. We talked about switching up your with the grain, across the grain, and against the grain because your hair grows in different ways, so you'll customize your shave accordingly. And you may, as we stated, end up doing against the grain, across the grain, or with the grain all in one pass. So just understand that, and as you're mapping your beard, you'll get to figure that out. We talked about razor maintenance. We talked about the type of strops and where to buy, and making sure that your stropping technique is in good shape. We gave a little bit better intro into the blade sizes, types of grinds, and so forth that you may want to be looking for. The big thing for 104 was the cross grain, or excuse me, the using the straight razor for cleanup only. No DEs, no anything, and we'll continue that today. We talked about hyperface stretching, even more than you think, and then we did the 3-pass shave. Okay, today what we're going to do is we're going to review once again the cross face shaving. Switching up your with the grain, against the grain, and across the grain technique. And now the personalization of your shave. It is your shave, so however the movements are, as long as you practice that and as long as your technique is good, that's the personalization of your shave. If you want to start going up instead of going down or sideways, that's up to you. So personalize the shave that's going to give you the most enjoyment, the best quality shave, and the least chances for any type of accidents. You don't have to shave the way you've been told to shave. We're just trying to show you methods that make it easier and make it a little bit more efficient. As far as holding the razor, some advanced ergonomics, you may get to the point where you hold it like this. That's all personal. I mean, we've shown you pretty much all the advanced holding techniques. And if you change it up, the only other thing that if you're doing what we call the fool's pass, when you're going up on your lip, we do recommend holding it with both hands and going up, because one slip and that goes away. So, that would be the only other handhold that I would recommend. Perfecting your technique, and that's all going to come from practice, and just keep at it. And you will have epiphanies along the way. The 100th shave is usually the snapping point where all of a sudden everything goes, oh wow, it all connects. Maybe earlier, maybe later, just keep on practicing. Let's talk a little bit about the fact that you've probably, if you're following the curriculum, you've probably had one of your razors sent out to be honed, or you're interested in starting to hone. Now, once again, I would wait until after well into your 100th, 150th shave when you're feeling comfortable, when you can pretty much get up in the morning and do the shave as a no-brainer before you start thinking about honing. Now, some people never want to hone and just want to spend the $20 and send it out and come back and have a perfect edge, because honing is an art that you learn step by step. A lot of frustration. Buy some cheap razors because you're probably going to ruin a few. And when you're getting starting in honing, you're going to be bombarded with the type of stones there are. You've got caudicules, you've got trans-Arkansas stones, you've got Japanese stones, you've got synthetic stones. It's a boom. My recommendation is, if you're going to do it, start it with a Norton system. Okay, a 1K to set your bevel, and then whatever systems you want, a 4 and 8K stone, but go with a synthetic stone. The Shaptons are also another good choice, and then you'll refine it to where you find the edge you like, because different stones are going to give you different edges. Now, me personally, what I use for myself and for my clients is I use a cauticule, using what they call the Dillicott method, where you actually start with a very, very heavy slurry, very heavy, almost like mud, to set the bevel, spray water, And then you just keep going through that, spraying water, spraying water, spraying water, until you get down to nothing, where just water, rinse the stone, strop the blade, come back and just start doing it on water only until the blade sticks, and it'll literally stick. Now, most people will stop there and strop it up and have a caudicle edge and be wonderful with it. I take it one step further, and I take it to another finishing stone, which is an Arkansas translucent stone, and you'll put honing oil on this. It's really not oil, it's water-based. It's a solution, and I'll do laps on this until the oil, and same thing, spray, spray, spray until it's down to water, and then I'll do it under running water until it sticks, and then boom, that's all she wrote. Just drop it and send it off, or if it's my razor. Now, with a Cauticule Transarc system, the edge is going to seem a little bit harsh for the first two to three shaves. But after the stropping and everything else, it's a wonderful shave. And with this method, I found that I very rarely have to rehone a blade. I do take it on the Transarc hone for about 30 laps after each shave. But other than that, and if you get a good bevel set, you should never have to set the bevel again. Contrary to popular belief, you shouldn't have to. Now, some people like to do it because they like to do it, and that's fine. So that's kind of an intro into honing. We will probably do more videos if there's interest, and if there is, please go ahead and put that in the comment section, and we'll do some more serious honing videos for you. Okay, also, you're probably starting to get the itch to buy a razor. Now, there's a couple of things you can do. You can go and buy a brand new razor, whether it be a Thier-Scissor, a Ralph Ost, as we spoke of, or a multitude of other razors. Also, there's a big market in the historic models, such as the CV Helga strands, like the MK32 here, which is a 6/8. But you may also be thinking about, hey, you know what? I want a razor that's all my own. Now, there are as many razor makers as there are razors. I'm going to just highlight a few that I have had very, very good luck with fairly reasonable pricing. And what I would recommend, if you want a semi-custom razor, I would definitely consider a Whacker. They're a wonderful razor made out of Germany, and they've got a lot of neat stuff. Also, I would recommend Brian Brown. Brian Brown is a fantastic razor maker. This is a 5/8 round point in jade scales, custom. He does make a lot of production stuff. Now, if you want to go a little bit more and you want a 100% customized razor, there's a gentleman by the name of Jerry Stark, who you can find on the forums. There's a lot of people here. This is a Jerry Stark razor that was kind of a Ferrari concept razor. This is also a Jerry Stark razor. And then I also have a Camisori from him. But all in all, to me, and this is just my personal opinion, if you're going to get a personalized razor, you want to be able to personalize every single aspect of that razor. I mean, everything. And other than talking to Jerry and having things done, there's really not what we call a configurator where you can go in and just punch buttons to see what you want. There's only one maker that I know of that does that, and that's Korat. Korat is very, for what you get, I believe very inexpensive, and I believe their custom razors start at about $350, which is nothing for a custom razor. And you can go as crazy as you want, and he'll do whatever you want. This was a custom Korat razor for Seppa Ficcio Veracino. This is a custom Korat razor from ground finish, from the type of scales to the pins to the type of Damascus steel. So I would recommend those, but look around. You'll find one that fits your liking for a custom razor. And then by the time you get a custom razor, you'll kind of know what grind fits you best, what size fits you best, what type of point fits you best, or you may get a bunch. So I would definitely recommend Korat for your first razor as far as custom is concerned, or Jerry Stark. But there's tons out there. And you'll pay anywhere from $350 to the sky's the limit. I've seen razors $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 depending on what you want to do. So that gives you an idea of what you can do for your custom razor. Finally, we're going to kind of review the alum usage. Whether you have a block or a stick, you can use this on your face after your shave if you so desire. But the primary usage for straight raising is basically put it on your fingers. Wet the block, put it on your fingers, and you should get a stick. That'll help you with the stretching procedures. Okay, so today we are going to do another full 3-pass shave with cleanup, doing the cross shave method. And then we'll come back for some final thoughts on post-shave. And once again, we are going to be using the Corat Saponificio Veracino Leonardo da Vinci razor for this shave. So we'll go ahead and get started, and we'll kind of go through it step by step, since this is the last one, and we'll go from there. I am foregoing the hot towel today just for time constraints, but my face is well hydrated and everything else. So now at this point in time, as you start practicing more and more, you can start varying, obviously your soaps, your brush, if you haven't done so already, to get some variety in the shave. The reason why we used one system during the initial portions of this were to concentrate on the technique only and concentrate on what aspects of the shave that you need to worry about as far as injury, and also by getting a smooth shave. Add some water. We hope you've enjoyed this 6-part series, and if you do want us to do other videos, product reviews, anything like that, please put it in comments, whether you're on the shaving forum or on one of the other mediums that we've placed this on. Once again, as always, we're going to go ahead and mark out where we're going to be shaving. And the blade has already been stropped 50 times, or 25 on linen, 50 on leather, and then we'll strop in between 10 times as well. Okay, we're once again, dominant hand, opposite side of the face, stretch. Now with your quarter hollow blades and your full bellied hollows, they like to be kept wet. Okay, so there's quadrant 1. Now I move across the face here. And as I said, your shave should somewhat be a dance. Switching between hands and switching between quadrants. So no matter what razor you're using, the holding of the razor and the ergonomics should be fairly the same. Just have to adjust to the size of the blade. And notice how I'm not saying with the grain, against the grain, or across the grain. This is just pass 1. And pass 1 is complete. go ahead and strop 10 times on linen and leather. And once again, remember that this strop should actually be about waist height. I'm just using it up here just for illustrative purposes, but it really should be about waist height. So really from your practice points now on, it's just improving your technique, getting the lather the way you want it, you know, kind of making sure that you can get the perfect shave out of everything you're doing. So it's just, at this point, it's just refinement. But as I said, I would strongly recommend the cross-face shaving just to make things easier for you. Okay, pass number 2. It should also be mentioned at this point that using different types of points, make sure you be very careful, especially on this pass, because your ear can be injured. Now, I'm glad that this happened because this illustrates a very, very good point. If you get to a point of resistance, don't push through it, because when you push through it, you're going to get zapped, and that's exactly what I did. And this is a pretty good one, so I'm glad it happened. So you can see it. I usually just take some alum. So this is a tad more than a weeper, but like I said, do not push through when you're shaving, because it will nail you, and that's exactly what happened. So this one's probably going to bleed throughout the rest of the shave, and we'll have to take care of it post-shave. So this is what they call strawberry lather. And also, moving from blade to blade, you also, have certain ergonomics that you must have, and that happens, unfortunately. So we'll kind of zip through this part of the shave so we can take care of it. But that's the one thing that you need to know about straight shaving, is this type of stuff is going to happen. And it also goes to illustrate that It doesn't matter how much experience you have with razor shaving. It can happen at any time, and it can happen to anybody. So and anybody who says they have not been cut when they're straight razor shaving is lying. Okay, so there's pass number 3. I used quite a bit of alum this time, so I know it's a pretty good cut. Don't need a lot of cleanup, but we'll go ahead and do it just for illustrative purposes. Let's drop one more time. And as you probably noticed, I skipped the last one because I was dealing with that. So we did the windshield wiper technique. We did the blade buffing down. Blade buffing up. And then the flip. And we'll repeat that process on the other side. And that's it. For those of you that were hoping for a train wreck, well, you got one. But like I said, it kind of makes sense that that came out on the last module, because it just illustrates that no matter how long you've been straight shaving, technique and how you handle the technique and the complacency that we get into, because you know, this is the first major cut that I've had in well over a year. But it's still not major. But it lends to what I said earlier, that if you get to a point where you've got an angry follicle or a bump or a pimple or just something that just doesn't seem right, don't push through it, because this is the end result. This could have been a multiple of things. I'll have to look at it later. But it could have been technique. It could have been a bump. Who knows? But as long as, and you always want to make sure that you have alum and styptic powder close at hand, because you want to make sure that you can take care of it. Okay, we're going to do our finishing with our disappearing cream aftershave again like we did yesterday, followed by the vanishing cream, and then our regular aftershave. And I only use about that much and then emulsify it in my hands. Just a beautiful BBS shave, aside from that little hiccup. So I'll do a final rinse, and then I'll put on the regular aftershave. And you'll find as you get more and more razors in your stable that, believe it or not, they will have personalities, and you'll know which ones are likely to grab you, to bite you. And it's all, to me, complacency. That should not have happened, but I did something stupid, and it will happen to you. Okay, we'll finish up with the aftershave. Fan ourselves a little bit to cool everything down. And that's it. We'll be adding our EDP later on. But let's go ahead and review what we did today. We did the crossface shaving. We're not calling it with the grain, against the grain, across the grain anymore. It's just pass 1, pass 2, pass 3, because you may hit those all at once. You're going to be personalizing your shave, how to hold the razor for a little bit better ergonomics. Perfecting your technique. That's going to be from now here on out. 100 to 150 shaves is when the epiphanies start happening. We talked a little bit about honing. Like I said, if you guys want more videos on more specific type honing stuff, just put it in the comments and we'll go ahead and get that going. What to look for in a custom razor, and where to go and who to buy from. Alum usage for your fingers we talked about, and then of course we did the 3-pass cross shave, plus you were able to see what happens when things go wrong. Once again, if you're shaving up, down, it doesn't matter. If you get to a point where you get a little bit of a tug, stop. Don't push through it. I idiotically pushed through it and got myself a nice little cut, but it went away pretty quickly, so it's not that big of a deal. We hope that this 6-part series has been helpful to those of you that are just starting your straight razor journey. We also hope for those of you advanced straight razor folks that this was helpful in showing you maybe a little technique here and there. If you did like this video, please let us know. And if you like the series, please let us know. And if there's anything that you would like us to do another video on, please let us know. And don't forget, all of these reside at the Shaving Cadre. I'm one of the owners with my partners Chris and Chad. You can get to the Shaving Cadre forum at www.theshavingcadre.com. It's probably the most comprehensive shaving forum on the net, and the unique thing about it is it's all self-moderated. Many people told us that we could not have a self-moderated forum, that it would become pandemonium. Well, we feel that our members are what make the Shaving Cadre what it is, and it's self-moderated, and it's a wonderful place, and you'll find out all kinds of stuff, whether you're looking to learn how to DE shave, whether you're looking for blade recommendations. There's always a video going on, and plus we are known, and we are probably one of the only shaving forums that has a specific section just for your shave journals and just for your shave video journals. So please come join us. Once again, www.theshavingcadre.com. I'm Handlebarber Dave with Handlebarber Dave's Barbershop at Home. And once again, we hope that you've enjoyed Handlebarber Dave's Straight Razor Method modules 1 through 5, or 1 through 6 rather. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road.